Come, pass it on. Once upon a time, there was a nice little town with nice little people. One day, a mysterious young lady appeared just as twilight introduced the evening. This young lady had a simple message to share. Come, pass it on, she says. The fire is raging, the town is frightened. She stands there gracefully outside the busyness, speaking softly. Almost no one hears her gentle voice. Resentment, frustration, anger sometimes shows up in a fury. Come, pass it on, she says. There is a very big fire raging next to the field of flowers. The town folks line up like a fire brigade, bucket to bucket, hand to hand. They pass it on. The fire continues to rage and rage, ever more fierce. Come, pass it on, she says. They, in such a fury, are dedicated. The fire will be tamed. It is reasonable enough. Makes sense to move so swiftly when the fire rages. Bucket to bucket, hand to hand, moving swiftly. No one hears her plea. Come, pass it on, she says. Intolerant to their silent ears, she walks slowly up to the front of the line where the fire rages. It singes her long, angelic hair. The town folks busy, bucket to bucket, hand to hand. It finally reaches her place in line. She takes the bucket of water, tosses it to the side, watering the flowers, sitting humbly with anticipation. No one really notices what she is doing. The town folk in a fury, moving so swiftly. Reasonably enough, bucket to bucket, hand to hand. When the bucket reaches her place in line, she tosses the water to the side. Humble flowers drinking every drop. The raging fire tames down. The town folks feel as if they are getting somewhere, working together. Then, a small child notices the scene. Look, look, he says. Look at that lady tossing the bucket aside. A man, dripping with sweat, hears the small child and looks way down the line. He notices. He stops passing the bucket. The crowd begins to yell at the man. Come, pass it on. Come, pass it on. The man just stands there. The crowd grows angry. Resentful, they, the dedicated ones, working so very hard, frustrated, their work blocked by the man in the back of the line. Resentment, frustration, anger sometimes shows up in a fury. Come, pass it on, the townfolk yell louder. The man just stands there and watches. The young lady stands gracefully in front of the fire. She throws the last bucket to the side. The sound of the crowd begging for attention. Yet he does not respond to their plea. He hears the little boy say, Listen, listen closely. The town stands still for a moment. The crowd, quiet in a hush. Silence speaks. Come, pass it on. Come, pass Ion. Come, pass Sion. Come, pass the sun. The young lady's voice is now clear. Compassion, compassion. Twilight welcomes the evening. Flames tame now to a flickering campfire. Not a trace of rage or anger. Frustration no longer in memory. Resentment not understood in this moment. To the side of this flickering campfire, the man notices a field of fireflies dancing above the flowers, playing in the moonlit path, hovering, shining light down the path through the field. Come, pass, move gracefully through it, what appears to be raging on. Come, pass, move gracefully through it, what appears to be raging on. Why does she welcome us home with these words? Compassion, compassion, compassion.